Welcome back to the Goalie Llamas channel. Thanks for watching. Today I'm going to show how I hooked up some BushCraft Toggle tension lines to use with the RiverLeaf Camper Insert in my Sienna minivan camper. It's a scorcher here, 91 degrees. Nice little breeze blowing through though. Low humidity, so it's just the kind of weather I like. So anyways, there was this issue where there was some rattling when I had the insert all folded up as it is now. As you can see, this slides back and forth on a hinge, and you can also see how this all folds out and comes together to fold out for the bed and such, and even this I could make it into some kind of a bed or something like that. But anyways, it was rattling around a little bit when I was driving. So in order to deal with that, I made a couple of nice little toggle devices in order to tie it down and use the toggles as a tension hitch. I have a couple hibiscus bushes out front, and I trimmed sticks off of the hibiscus bush. It didn't mind. I thanked the bush for the twigs. And as you can see, I punched a hole in the stick. I made it the length I wanted to make it. I neatened up the ends a little bit. Plenty of videos on YouTube to tell you how to make toggles. And I attached it to cord, 550 paracord. I start with a bowline knot at one end, and then some kind of a stop knot on the end. This is just an overhand knot so that the toggle can't slip off. And then I attach the toggles to the insert so that it won't rattle around and it won't move back like this and give wear and tear on the hinge. So this is what I did. I passed the loop end through the back into somewhere back there. Where was it? There's also handy holes in these in the insert, so I can pass the line through and grab it. And I'm not going to teach you how to tie knots. That's somebody else's job. So you take the toggle, pinch these two lines together, and it's important to do this so that the cinch works. Put the toggle through the bowline, and as you can see, the two loops, the two tail ends are running through. You take the longest, the hanging tail end, pull it through the toggle, get the line where you want it, and then cinch it down. And as you can see, it's not quite tight enough yet, but it will be. I can pull on that, and it cinches it right against the toggle. So it's a friction catch. And I have extra line here, so if I want to use these for other things while I'm camping, I can just do that. For now, just neaten it up around that. Then I have another one on this side, and it's the same thing. Bring the toggle up close to the loop, pinch the two tails, toggle goes through the bowline. Take the loose hanging end, Cinch it up nice and tight. And as guys everywhere will always say, whenever they tie something down, that's not going anywhere. If I find it's not tight enough, I can always grab this and pull a little tighter. That's the great thing about paracord. And now it's nice and tight. The other nice thing about it is it's all reusable. I can use this cord again for something else. For now I'll just tie it off a little and get it out of the way. And that's a hibiscus, not hibiscus branch toggle, homemade. You can buy toggles, but I kind of like the idea of using the paracord and the homemade toggle. And all I used was the awl on my Victorinox Farmer X pocket knife, and I carved down the toggles with this knife and made a little notch in it to be able to hold on to the loop. Now I'm going to go inside the van. I'm going to show you the little hanging line I made. So using that same concept with the paracord and the toggle, I did the same thing, same concept, using these two hangers on the inside of the van to make a nice little strap here, nice little line. It's nice and tight, as you can see, to hang stuff inside the van. And in order to facilitate hanging stuff, I put 3 prusik knots in there, the world famous prusik loop. And if you want to learn how to tie those, you can look that up on YouTube. I like the coal cracker for some knot tips and other kinds of tips. And if you pull a prusik that way or that way, it cinches down. It's a classic climber's knot, but I don't need to climb here. I just need to hang stuff. And the beauty of it is that you can move them where you want them when they're not tight. So I have 3 of them. I got one on this top line, and I got another one over here on that line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang up one of my lanterns, hook it onto a carabiner like so, go over to the prusik loop, hang that light right off there, blowing some nice cool air. And then I bought this big fan because I slept in the Loser Cruiser the other night and it was kind of warm. So I bought this bigger fan. It's awesome, but it's a little bit weighty. And I was wondering how I could rig this up to hang this as well. And when I was figuring out about the prusik loop and the toggle line, I figured I'd give this a whirl, and it works. In fact, it works pretty good. This thing also has a upside down hanger, or you can set it upright It's got 3 fan speeds. It's like a hurricane in here. It's got articulation of 90 or 45 degrees. It's got a timer on it. And it also has lights. But the main idea was, can I hang this thing up off of this? Is it strong enough? 550 paracord's very strong. If I want to hang it on its own, I can just, and this little baby twists around so you can get it where you want. I can hang it right on the line like this. I'll be putting another line on these forward things. If I wanted this to be more secure, I could just grab another carabiner, pop it right there onto either the line itself, the double line, or the prusik loop. Get it pointing around the way I want it. And there I have a successful hanging line. I left a little tail on this so that if I feel like using this for an outside clothesline, I can rig that up with an extra toggle and one of these prusik loops. Maybe in a future camping video I'll show you that. But that's it for today. Implementing the use of BushCraft Toggle 550 paracord. Hibiscus branch right from my front yard, and some of the utensils, fans, lights that I'll be using in the Loser Cruiser on future camping expeditions. So if you found this video interesting or funny, because I don't know what I'm doing, please like it, share it, subscribe to my channel, and I'll have links to some of these products in the more information section of the YouTube video. I really appreciate you watching. Anything you buy using my Amazon links, I get a small commission, real small. So anyways, enjoy the rest of the day. Stay cool.